good, family? Welcome to the Betting Exchange, live on MSG, where we debate the picks for tonight's action and take you through the process on how we get there. Now, I am your host, Jeff Johnson, the native New Yorker, and you already know the vibes. I try to make my next bet my best bet. And look, I'm gonna have to make a lot more best bets because listen, it was rough this week. Erik Coleman, my family, we're gonna get this done. Erik Coleman, what we gonna do? I gave you this week. What's up?
We're gonna get rid of last week and just continue to get better. I'm Erik Coleman here, 9-year NFL vet, here trying to help use my experience to help you make better bets. Katie, what you got going on for this week?
All right, guys, we all didn't do too great last week, but some of us did a little bit better than the rest of the table. Hey, everyone, I'm Katie Mox, your resident degenerate gambler. We started off 5-0, and then last week we were 2-2. Even money, but we got to do better than that, guys, so let's get back on it tonight.
The road to 500 starts today, and who better to lead us to greener pastures than my man from B-More, the sports betting analyst, Alex Glaze. Alex, I need manifestations, affirmations, consolations. I need all the Asians from you today to lead us. Tell us what we got to do, brother. Tell us.
Jeff, you just got to take a page from Jalen Hurts' book. Like, what did he say? He said, flush it, forget it, move on. Don't even look at it. Just move on to next week. We got to move on to better things. Thursday night football tonight. A lot of great opportunities to make some money.
Emphasis on flush.
on the flush there. And we love a great opportunity to make some money. Obviously, all anyone can talk about is Brady versus Belichick, but it's still Thursday night football, guys. So what do you say we kick off this pregame?
Let's get it going. All right.
Okay, like I said, TNF tonight. We've got the Jaguars versus the Bengals. Bengals are favored by 7.5 tonight. And probably the narrative, the big one tonight, is going to be 2 number-1 draft picks overall battling out tonight with Burrow and Lawrence. And that is pretty much the only exciting thing about this game tonight. But luckily for gamblers, there's always a way to get in on the action, whether it's a prop bet or a spread or a total. So let's talk about what we like for tonight. What is your best bet? You can start with you, Jeff.
All right, yeah, there's not a lot of action tonight, but there is one guy I am honing in on, the MVP of my fantasy team, Jamar freaking Chase, okay? I'm going to the LSU connection with him and Joe Burrow. Right now, he has 4 touchdowns on the season. He's getting longs of 50 yards. I'm telling you, and it's Thursday night too, which is always shaky to me. It feels like it's a lot of offense, and I got no one else that I can bank on to get anytime TDs than Jamar Chase. He's got to do it for me. He's been doing it every week, so why not? Bank those fantasy points, bank those TDs for me. I need that.
Why not?
He's been playing well. And I'm going to go to the team that hasn't been playing well. And one of the prop bets is Jacksonville scoring 18.5 points. I'm going to go with the under this week. Listen, Trevor Lawrence has 7 interceptions on the season. He's a rookie. They're at the bottom of almost every offensive category. And the Bengals' defense is pretty good.
It is.
They're solid. They're great at stopping the run. That's what you do. When you're a bad offense, you run the football.
Yep.
Well, the Bengals have a great run defense, so I think the Jacksonville Jaguars will be under 18.5 today.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. Alex, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at the over in this game, actually. The overs in primetime are 8-1, so that's just an interesting trend there. But the reason why I like the over here, Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense is going to have plenty of chances tonight against the second worst defense in the NFL, where the Jags are giving up 6.3 yards per play. That is not great. And then on the other side, Trevor Lawrence and that offense, they're going to have a great opportunity tonight. The Bengals defense ranks 19th in passing defense. So I can see maybe like a 27-20 kind of game. So I'm going with the over here.
All right, going with the over here. You know I always love an over. And look, I'm looking at Lamar Chase as well. You have him for an anytime touchdowner. I like him over 4.5 receptions tonight. Like you said, the guy's been on fire. He has 4 touchdowns in just 3 games. He also only has 11 catches, which is a little bit interesting. But T. Higgins is out tonight. I think he's going to get a lot more. And the Jaguars defense, like you said, there's not a whole lot to that. So I'm taking him over 4.5 receptions. So I want to touch on something that you just said. You said that Lawrence has 7 interceptions. So that's secondary, like you like to say, licking their chops tonight, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of think it's a little bit sweeter to get it on a number 1 draft pick.
Absolutely. You know, you hear all this hype in the offseason about this quarterback coming in. He's going to be the greatest. And as a guy in the secondary, you're licking your chops. Trevor Lawrence is throwing 7 interceptions. His confidence is low. He's kind of confused about these defenses right now that we're throwing at him. This is a great opportunity if you're a defensive back, if you're a linebacker. Go get yourself some interceptions, pad up your stats, and try to keep that quarterback's confidence down low.
Yeah, absolutely. And on primetime, there's no better time to do it.
In front of all your high school friends,
Yes.
coaches and teammates.
Yes. Alex, I want to talk to you. None of us took anything on the spread tonight. Obviously, Bengals are -7.5. What's the public leaning towards? What are the sharps leaning towards? Any insight you can give our viewers on that?
A lot of public money going in on the Bengals. Almost 75% of the money is on the Bengals, which usually tells you stay away from the Bengals.
Yeah, that usually said that, but sometimes the public is right. It would be hard to take the Jaguars in this one. But all right, those are our best bets for our pre-gaming section.
We need that. We need that.
Yeah, we need it. You guys are watching The Betting Exchange live on MSG. You're not going to want to go anywhere because next up, it's the Big Bet Theory. I got a little revenge tour going on. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Betting Exchange. It is time to play my favorite game, the Big Bet Theory. I'm asking questions along the spectrum of sports and betting. You get the question right, you get points. You get the question wrong, your opponent has a chance to steal. And whoever wins this competition gets to give us their New York Shore Shot, their local team lock for the evening. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. I'm ready for redemption.
Katie, listen, we need you tonight, all right?
Let me help
Let's
you
go.
out. Let me help you.
We're on to question 1, worth 150 points. The New York Jets and Giants are both sitting at 0-3 to start the season. And they're both sitting at the bottom of league for projected wins. Based on the current odds, who is favored to win more games? All right, Katie.
Sorry to do this to you, but it's the Giants at 4.5.
It is the Giants at 150 points, 4.5 wins. Let's overachieve, shall we? Alex, how many wins would you predict the Giants to win before Week 17?
Whew, well, under that number, their projection is 4.5. So I would take the under. And right now, actually, that's plus money. So when you look at both the Giants and the Jets and their win totals, you can get plus money for the unders. And even though, it's a long season, it's tough to find wins when you look at their schedule. So I think there's a lot of value in the under right now for them.
Well, let's make sure it isn't tough for you to find a win, Eric, because the next question is worth 200 points. We're switching from the pros to the college ranks. Nick Saban and #1 Alabama face off against former offensive coordinator Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss on Saturday. In a matchup of this much hype, what is the projected over-under for this matchup? Eric, what you got?
It's a big one. I'm going with 80 points.
80 points. That is incorrect.
85.
85? No, the answer right now is 79 points. Alex, let me ask you a question. Do you think Ole Miss has a chance to cover the 14.5-point spread against their SEC rival?
Absolutely, Ole Miss can cover this number. This is their Super Bowl. They're coming off a bye. That's an offense that's averaging 53 points per game. I think the pressure's on Alabama to keep up with Ole Miss in this one. So I definitely would take the points in Ole Miss in this one.
Wow.
All right. It sounds like it's going to be a major event. And we need one of you to take the next set of points, all right?
We got it.
Now, question number 3. We're 3 weeks into the NFL season. Some of the faces that we missed from last season are already making an impact. Out of these comeback players, who is favored right now to take home the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year?
Dak Prescott, a guy we talk about all the time.
That was kind of a layup. 250 points.
I can tell where you're going with it.
You gotta rope that in. She's cooking right now. All right, Alex, let me ask you a question. Saquon, he started off the season at second place at plus 700 odds, but he slipped all the way down to 8th at plus 2,000. Would you bet Saquon with your wallet right now?
With my money?
Not with mine.
No,
Absolutely not. There's no chance. Nothing against Saquon. He's obviously a great running back, an elite running back, but you can't bet on this Giants offensive line. They are terrible. He only has 134 rushing yards through 3 games this season. There are games in the past where he's had more than 134 rushing yards. There's no way I'm touching Saquon. No way.
I hear you. I hope he still comes back strong, but you're going to have to touch these questions right now. We're going to touch 250 points right now. We're going to Major League Baseball. All right? The American League wildcard race is tighter than it's ever been. With only 4 games left, there is a possibility of a 4-way tie. Wow. 4-way tie between the Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Mariners. What would the record have to be for all these teams to have to finish for this tie break to occur? For this four-way tie to occur? It's a little math involved. I'll give you a hint. They would win 90 games.
Okay,
So it would be 90 and?
90 and
Who's gonna flip? Who's gonna flip? Who's gonna flip?
Why is this so hard for me?
Eric.
Wait, they play 162 games.
I can't tell you that. You
So-
should know this.
72. 90 and 72.
90 and 72. That's it. And we're doing math and probability on the betting exchange.
All
right.
So, Alex, the Blue Jays and Mariners, they're the only teams with positive money that's marked to make the playoffs. In such a close playoff race like this, is there still value with those teams, or do you think the window is closed?
I think there's some value with the Blue Jays. They have a real shot here. A big game tonight against the Yankees, and then they have a series against the Orioles. I mean, they're right on the Yankees' tails. And then you look at the Yankees, they have to play this game, and then they have to turn around and play the Rays, who've already clinched, everything that they're looking to achieve. But the Rays aren't going to just let the Yankees win this thing. So I think the Blue Jays have a real shot.
I hear you on that. And Eric, you kind of let Katie win this thing. Katie has come back and got her New York Shore shot. Winner of the Big Hit Theory. She's going to give the New York Shore shot. And we are going to come back. You celebrate and you get ready for the portfolio. We're getting in our bag, so you get your bag. Betting Exchange will be right back.
Change in my pocket, and I'm on a little bit of a hot streak.
Making money for the people, that's always a good thing. I'm riding with the Panthers.
Rolling deep with the Panthers right now.
I like the Steelers.
Correct, 100 points.
Buffalo is going to come through again for me.
This is gonna blow up on your face. I am laying that 6.5 with the Kansas City Chiefs against the Chargers.
I'm going with the Patriots and the Saints and the over 41.5.
Incorrect.
The Kansas City Chiefs against the Los Angeles Raiders. The over is 55.5. And there is entirely too much offense out there on the field for them not to reach this.
No, you're both wrong.
The cut on that, no, you're both wrong.
Oh, man.
It was a rough one.
God bless the Panthers, man.
I'm not betting on the Steelers again.
You're right.
And I got messed up on that hook, that 5 point. But you know what, guys? Welcome back to the Betting Exchange, live on MSG. And it's the portfolio section, traditionally the money section, maybe not last week, but we're back on the horse today. We're going to give you our 3 best bets for the night. First up, we've got our
spread and our
spread.
money
Yes,
line.
they can also be money line. Thank you. Losing it here. Next up, we have the total you can take aside for the over, the under, and then of course the prop bet. So let's start it off. Let's get money back in our pocket.
All right, we're getting money back, and we're going to get money in Chi-Town. I'm going with the Lions money line. Listen, I'm not wilding, all right? They're 2-1 against the spread, and low-key, they should be 2-1 in their actual record. Justin Tucker, the god of the super kick, he did it again. But I think their offense is very consistent. Jared Goff, 70% completion. I think their offense can outlast Chicago. I'm rolling with them. And at plus 120, yes, I'm rolling with them.
All right, rolling deep again.
I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings and Cleveland Browns. I'm taking Cleveland to cover the 2 points. And that's tough with Kirk Cousins coming off a game where he threw for 323 yards, 3 touchdowns. But the Cleveland Browns have a great defense. 9 sacks last week. Myles Garrett is on a tear right now, and Odell Beckham's back, so I'm going to go with the Browns.
Get that field goal. Get that
Browns.
field goal, and you got it.
That's it.
Alex, what's your spread bet?
All right, I don't just like this pick. I love this pick. I'm laying the 6.5 points with the Packers against the Steelers this week. Have you seen the Steelers lately? They stink. Ben Roethlisberger, he's not keeping up with Aaron Rodgers. The Packers have scored 30 or more points in their past 2 games. Big Ben's not going toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers right now, so I'm going to lay those 6.5 points.
All right, the Steelers hurt your feelings last week,
Oh,
right? A little bit. A lot of bettors' feelings. A lot of people are laying off the Steelers, so I do like that bet. I'm rolling with my guy here tonight, and I like the Lions on the money line. That's up plus 120. Of course, odds are subject to change all the way up into game time. But look, like you said, I mean, that offense is firing all cylinders, and the Bears probably have one of the worst offenses right now in the league. They average about 3.3 yards per play. We don't know who the quarterback is going to be, but we do know that they are going to get sacked because the Lions defense, I mean, they sacked Aaron Rodgers 3 times, Lamar 4 times. So I'm going to roll with the money line on that one. Moving on to our totals. What do you like?
We're going to the NFC West. Cards, Rams, over 54.5. These are 2 of the best offenses in the league. Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, they're battling for MVP, at least in the Vegas odds. And on top of that, Cooper Kupp, he's having a fantastic season. Both teams, I think they're going to score over 30. Offense is the name of the game, and I'm going with the over. And I hope this don't end up in the montage in a negative way.
You never know.
You never know, right? You never know. These guys.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to go against you guys. I know we usually bet the over. I'm going the under this week.
Wow.
Jets, Titans, 46.5 points. I have to go on the under because the Jets offense right now, struggling. And then the Titans, A.J. Brown is out, Julio Jones out. They have Derrick Henry, but the Jets' run defense is pretty solid. They're in the top ranks of the defense on the defensive side. So not a lot of offense this week. So I'm going to take the under on the 46.5.
All right, we had a cold streak, so it doesn't hurt to change
it up
a little bit.
Gotta shake it up.
Yeah, Alex, what do you like?
I'm going to college football, and I'm going to the big SEC matchup between Bama and Ole Miss this weekend, and I'm going with that under. 80 points is a lot to ask. That's an incredible pace. I know these two teams combined to score 111 points last year, and Ole Miss is averaging 53 points per game this year, but I cannot take an over in this game. So I'm just going to hold my nose a little bit, and it's going to be a great game, but 80 points is a lot to ask. So I'm going to go with the under.
That is a lot of points. All right, 2 unders on the show. I, of course, am again going with the over. I'm looking at the Chargers and the Raiders. Over 52.5. Both of these offenses firing on all cylinders. Both of these quarterbacks kind of up for MVP right now. Interesting stat I looked at today. The Chargers home games average about 55 points, which, of course, is going to be over this matchup. The Raiders away games actually average about 46 points, which would be under that matchup. However, I mean, the Raiders, this is basically going to be like a home game for them. So I'm liking this over 52.5. Stock me your prop bet.
Chris Godwin, anytime TD. The man is literally averaging a touchdown, and he's the model of consistency. I believe that's going to be the name of the game this Sunday, consistency. Tom Brady, one of the most consistent quarterback of all time, and Godwin is going to 2 arms up, touchdown for me. I got that guy, and he got me too.
I like it. Okay. I like it for my prop bet. I'm going with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. They're playing the Chiefs this week. And what do you have to do when you play the Chiefs? Try to keep their offense on the sidelines by running the football. Jalen Hurts is going to have some design runs. Plays are going to break down. He's going to be running the football to try to keep that Kansas City Chiefs offense off the field.
Yeah, all right. I like that. Alex, what are you looking at?
I'm going to Matt Stafford over 292.5 passing yards. Stafford is my MVP so far this season, going against the Cardinals defense that ranks 8th in opponent pass yards per game, but they've played Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins, and Trevor Lawrence. Matt Stafford in a completely different class. I need the Cardinals defense to prove to me that they're for real. Matt Stafford.
All right, Matt Stafford.
I said it in week 1. Matt Stafford is my guy.
Yeah, and he's been pretty good. Obviously, I like to make fun of him sometimes, but I understand. The Rams, we get it. Okay, so I'm looking at Mac Jones, under 254.5 passing yards. The guy hasn't really come close to that yet this season. The best he did was 244. That was against the Jets. So look, with all that pressure with Tom Brady and the homecoming and then up against that Bucs defense, I think it's going to be really hard for Mac Jones. So I'm hammering the under on that one.
I feel good with these. I feel good.
All right.
I feel good.
I feel good too. All right. I feel good. All right, everybody. You're watching The Betting Exchange live on MSG. Next up, it's the last call. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Betting Exchange. Let's take one more look at our portfolios for the evening. A lot of synergy going on between us, Lions, Rams. We need all of our collective juices right now to get this victory. We're letting our powers combine, all right? Now, we had a dope time tonight, and we don't want to overstay our welcome, so you know what that means. It's time for the last call, our prop bet proposition to let you know which way you should go. Katie, are you ready?
Born ready, baby.
All right, let's do it. Tom Brady, we're back to Sir Tom. Over 67.5 passing yards in the first quarter. Will he do it? Yes is minus 200. No is plus 150. Which way you going?
Well, you got to say yes on this one. I mean, the guy averages, like we said earlier in the show, 90 per quarter. But minus 225 is a little bit too steep for me. But you got to say, hell yeah, he's breaking that quarter. He's breaking that record in the first quarter, 100%.
All right. Eric, we're going to you. We're talking Texans and Bills. Right now, their over is a ludicrous 17-point spread. That's what the spread is right now. The largest spread of any NFL matchup this season. The total over-under right now is 47.5. Which side of the line do you end up on? Over or under?
I'm going to go under. And listen, the Bills are going to win big, and this under has nothing to do with the Bills' offense. It's everything to do with the Texans' offense. When you look at Davis Mills, he's a rookie quarterback. He threw for 168 yards last week. 112 of those went to Brandon Cooks. On the defensive side for the Buffalo Bills, they got a guy named Tre'Davious White, who is a former All-Pro, great shutdown corner, is probably going to be following Brandon Cooks all over the field and eliminate him. I don't know who else they have to throw to.
Nobody.
Yeah, it's going to be scary hours for real. All right, Alex, we got a great one for you. Talking teams that are struggling right now. Steelers, Giants, Jets, Texans, and the Jags all have an over-under of 1.5 total TDs on Sunday. If you had to lay the over for any one of these teams, who you going with?
Call me crazy, but I'm going to go with the Jets. The Jets, they've looked terrible, absolutely abysmal on offense so far this season, but they faced 3 of the top 5 defenses in the league. The Titans are very much in the middle-of-the-road defense, so I like Zach Wilson and that offense to figure things out and get 2 touchdowns this week.
Let's get it.
Haven't heard that.
Let's go, Jets.
I haven't heard that this season. So it's
Thank you, crazy Alex Glaze, for that Jets over-under. Well, Katie, we are here. The floor is yours. It's time to give the people your New York sure shot. Which way are you going?
All right, well, obviously I've got some big shoes to fill here. My guy has really set us up well. But yes, we have a very special New York sure shot tonight, and I'm going to ride with the Bills as well. I have them over 31.5 points. Yes, they are favored by like 16 points. It's a little bit too steep for me, but they've had 35 and 43, so I'm riding with that. But our co-host here made the bet of a lifetime and asked his beautiful fiance now to marry him over the weekend. So congratulations,
real for show shot.
Jeff. We're so excited and thrilled for you.
Congratulations, brother.
The power of live TV. I did not know you were going to do this, but thank you so much. If this is not a bet, this is insurance right here. And this is the best decision, the easiest decision I ever made. So thank you so much. Love to you, Kelly. We're going to have a great time. We're doing forever together. So I'm really enjoying that. And y'all are really funny for doing this to me.
Don't worry, we're not taking any bets on if she's actually going to walk down the aisle. We know that she is. We know that her feet are warm.
Alex, what you thinking, brother? Is it a good bet for me or what?
Hey, that's a great bet. That's a sure thing. I just want to say congratulations, man. That's very nice. Congrats to you.
Well, yeah, I needed a little bit of luck and a great fortune, and I got that with my fiance. I'm saying fiance now. This is awesome, man, and this is why I love your family.
And can I say, talking about sports, you outkicked your coverage.
By a long margin, trust me. Katie, Erik, Alex, love to y'all and love to you for watching. This is the Betting Exchange live for MSG. Make money, don't let the money make you. We'll see you soon.